Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. Alright, so as you can see, I've already picked a bunch of cards. During the first pick, my computer blue screened. So it looks like it took my first pick, and then I had to restart my computer, and I lost out on 7 picks. So I was thinking about just filing for a reimbursement, but we'll see if we still can't make this draft somehow come together. So we got a late Abundant Maw. Maybe we'll go for green-black. We actually have, somehow we ended up in a pretty reasonable green-black build. Just random picking cards. So I think I'm going to take the Hamlet Captain here over Oath of Liliana. Although Oath is playable, but Captain can be good in green-black, and especially since we already have a couple other humans. I think we'll just give those cards up. Alright. So like I said, somehow we ended up with, obviously not a great start, but a reasonable start to green-black. Okay, so we can take a second grapple. There's Thraben Foulbloods. There's Kessig Prowler. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the grapple, but I'm going to take the Prowler here. It's nice just having a awesome 1-drop. Alright, Dusk Feaster's pretty awesome. Taking it over a Primal Druid and a Woodland Patrol on color with us. It's a good card for sure. Okay, so now we can take Shrill Howler. There's also a Vexing Scuttler we could consider splashing for, and another grapple. But I'm going to take the Shrill Howler here. It's a good creature. Maybe we wheel the Gavony Unhallowed again. Alright, I'm just going to take a Certain Death here. It's a good removal spell. Nothing else on color with us that we really want. Okay, so there's a second Certain Death. There's a second Hamlet Captain, though, too. Hamlet Captain will get pretty good in multiples. We still only have 3 humans, though. Probably might just be better to just take a second Certain Death. I really like this card a lot. It's pretty good removal. Second Dusk Feaster? Alright. There's a Crop Sigil in here and a Field Creeper, which would be nice, too, but we'll go deep on Delirium. It'd be nice if we could wheel the grapple with the pass. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I don't regret taking a Prowler and a Shrill Howler over them because I think these 2 cards are very good. I think I'm just going to take a second Woodland Patrol. I don't really think we need to succumb to temptation. You know, I'd probably play Crop Sigil in here. Taking it over a Field Creeper. Hope to see a Wicker Witch, but I want some Delirium enabling here. Alright, well I think Terrarian actually looks up this deck's alley. There is a Thraben Foulblood too, though. Maybe we want the Foulblood instead, actually. More Delirium cards. Hopefully we can just find more Delirium enabling. We just basically need, well, Primal Druid's going to get in there. Works well with the Abundant Maw. Maybe it's not that good in the deck overall, though. We'll find out. So far, we have Crop Sigil and Grapple. Consider the Lab Brood, I guess. Really don't need any of these cards. We'll just take a blue card here, I guess. Well, Hamlet Captain that late is pretty sweet. Okay, so we're going to make the deck work, which is good news. We just want a little bit more Delirium enabling if we can. Well, there's Traverse. There's also Solitary Hunter. We don't really have any bomb creatures to search up with Traverse. It does help with Delirium, though, as a sorcery, but I might just want the Hunter. Hunter's pretty awesome. There's also a Geese's Bidding, though, which is very good. I think Hunter's probably better. Hunter is a good, efficient beat stick. And we don't really have Madness enabling in here anyway. So we'll take the Hunter. So we'll just take Rabid Bite now, get another pretty premium removal spell, taking it over Jenny Loggins. And that's about it. Well, Raven Gargoyle is like perfect for our deck since we're trying to get... I mean, I like Asylum Visitor too. I do like Asylum Visitor. It lets you draw cards. Gargoyle seems pretty important though. We want Delirium pretty badly. Yeah, I think we got to go for the Delirium plan here. Some good black cards in here though. Visitor, Cobalt, Accomplice. I'd play any of those. Pacifist, yeah, this card's really strong. There's a Vessel of Nascency in here too, which I really do want. But it's hard to refuse a Pacifist. This card just wins. 2 mana, 3/3. Got our Vessel anyway, which is pretty amazing. This deck, actually, to be honest, this deck came together really nicely considering I missed like a bajillion picks. I think we'll just boot the Primal Druid. It's basically just here for Abundant Maw anyway. So, awesome Vessel of Nascency pickup now. Aristocrat, Aim High, Accomplice, Mutation. So, Accomplice is actually kind of good with Self-Mill. Aim High is a combat trick. I guess we're actually a little bit... Well, we're not really removal light, per se, right? We've got Rabid Bite, Clear Shot, Double Certain Death, so we actually have a good amount of removal. I still like Aim High. I wouldn't mind having the Accomplice, though. It's also a human for our double Hamlet Captain. That's not irrelevant. Yeah, we actually just have a lot of good playables here. Alright, I'm going to take the Accomplice. I actually don't know if it's going to happen or not. So, Veteran Cathar, but we don't have any fixing to make it work. There's Root Out. I guess we probably want... Well, we already have Spring Sage Ritual, even though it's worse. I guess I'm not going to play Equestrian Skill, although we do have a fair amount of humans. We're already just going to have to find a cut. It might be one of the Woodland Patrols. We'll take Root Out. Well, we can take the Warped Landscape. It does sort of help with Delirium. It's not really my ideal one. We could take a Might Beyond Reason. If you have Delirium, Might Beyond Reason is pretty good. Actually, we probably just want the Rancid Rats, right? They're just good. They just trade with things. Alright. Geese's Bidding Wheeling? Alright. That's pretty nice. Pick the Brain for sideboard or Farbog Revenant. I don't know if Revenant's going to happen. Pick the Brain. Maybe I want to sideboard it somewhere. Well, second Accomplice. So we actually have a good amount of humans now with double Hamlet Captain. It's really not bad. Epitaph Golem. Well, I don't think we're going to self-mill out, but I guess we'll take Vessel of Malignity. Not super likely we'll play that. Well, like I said, somehow we ended up with pretty awesome deck considering I missed... How many picks did I miss? So I got my first pick, Clear Shot. I had started the video. I said, hey, look, a Clear Shot. We'll take it. It's clear pick or whatever. And then my computer immediately went blue screen. And then it took me probably however many minutes to boot back up from blue screen. So I missed just a bunch of picks, but yeah, actually this deck looks completely fine. So we ended up okay. So we probably want 15 creatures and then the 8 spells. So the weakest spell I have is probably Mutation, I guess. And then I can cut... I actually can keep the Mutation and cut 5 creatures. Because Geese's Bidding counts as a creature too. So I probably can cut the Patrols. Not that they're terrible, but I'd probably rather just run the Accomplices. Just more 2-drops. And then it actually gets pretty hard. Everything we've got is pretty solid. Yeah, wow. We have the best problem ever. How reliably are we going to be able to get delirium? We have enchantments, sorcery, instant that feeds, instant, sorcery. So we have sorceries, enchantments, instants, artifact creatures. And these feed, this feeds. So we have 3 cards that feed the yard. We have 1 artifact creature and a bunch of creatures. And instants and sorceries. I don't know how reliably we're going to be able to get delirium, but we can certainly get delirium. I've probably got enough top end, but I really don't want to cut a Dusk Feaster, but it might be worth considering. How many humans do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have a ton. Like I said, Ghoul-Caller's Accomplice is actually good with our self-mill cards. Hamlet Captain relies on having other humans, but does give you a Lord effect, which can be good in certain instances. But it might make more sense to just maybe get off the human plan and go for more of a delirium plan. I still have to make one more cut. Maybe it is just one of the accomplices. So cut the captains, cut one of the accomplices. What's my curve look like if I do that? It's actually just fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with this deck. I really don't. We don't have a ton of good sack fodder to Abundant Maw, I guess, but Accomplice can do it, and I can do it off other guys if I have to. Yeah, I guess we run it like this. Grapple and Vessel can find lands as well. Crop Sigil kind of does, but you have to have Delirium first. Alright, I guess we run it like this. I could cut the mutation. What's my removal again? Like, I could pretty easily just run a second Accomplice so that I have another 2-drop creature. Maybe I like that more than the mutation, because I still have enough removal. We certainly have enough ways to win. We have enough instants, right? Clear Shot, Grapple. Well, I guess we have more sorceries. Yeah, getting Grotesque Mutation wouldn't hurt, I guess. Yeah, I kind of want the accomplices for our self-mill. But maybe it does make more sense to just have the mutation. There's another instant for Delirium. Because then we have a pretty good spread of Delirium, right? 3 instants, 4 sorceries, 2 enchantments. 3 of our cards feed, artifact creature, creatures. Okay, I think we're going to run it like this. Mana base. I don't think we have any fixing, right? Okay. So I guess I'm glad I'm not going to file for reinvestment, I don't think, overall, because I think this deck actually looks just fine. Pretty good, actually. Surprisingly good. Granted, our curve is a bit high, but we're staying busy early, and I don't know. I think we've got some pretty powerful cards, so we'll run it like this. We'll see how we do. And I can change it between rounds if it looks like it's a big problem. So, all right. Here it is. We'll see you round 1.